Hello there, boys and girls, and welcome to a grammar review lesson for Unit 6 of our Grammar Goals book. In this unit, we're talking about passive voice. Now, can you answer this question? What is made in Taiwan? Or can you tell me something? What is grown in Taiwan? If you're answering properly, you're using the passive voice. So I'll ask you again, what is made in Taiwan? Can you tell me what is grown in Taiwan? Let's look at some answers. You could say tropical fruit is grown in Taiwan. So that would be things like pineapples and mangoes. Rice is grown in Taiwan. And you could tell me giant bicycles are made in Taiwan. And electronics, things for computers, are made in Taiwan. And these are just a few examples of the many things that are grown and made in Taiwan. But in these answers, we're using the passive voice. We use the passive voice to emphasize the action. So we want to tell people to focus on the action, not really who's doing the action. So we don't really care who's doing it, we care about the action itself. So Taiwan farmers grow rice. This sentence focuses on the people doing the action, the Taiwan farmers. But in the passive voice, if we want to focus on the action, growing rice, we would say it this way. Rice is grown in Taiwan. So we have to use the be verb is or are plus the past participle of the verb. So Taiwan farmers grow rice, that's just present simple. Rice is grown in Taiwan, that is passive voice. So the rule is pretty easy. Use the be verb is or are. If it's singular or uncountable, we use is. If it's a plural noun, you have to use are. Then use the past participle verb. Like grow turns into grown. Make turns into made. Now let's play. Where is it made? I'm going to show you a picture, and I want you to try and guess where it's made. We've already talked about this one. Can you tell me, where is it made? Or where are they made, because we're talking about a plural noun, giant bicycles. The answer is giant bicycles are made in Taiwan. How about Pocky? Can you tell me, where is it made? Do you know the answer? Pocky is made in Japan. How about Boeing airplanes? Can you tell me where they're made? The answer is Boeing airplanes are made in the USA. How about stuffed animals? Can you tell me where stuffed animals are made? Stuffed animals are made in China. Almost all of them are made in China. Last one. How about Ford trucks? Can you tell me where they are made? Ford trucks are made in the USA. Good job! Now let's play What's the Process? I'm going to show you some words, and you have to tell me how we go from a ball of dough to a nice yummy pizza. And you're going to be using the passive voice. So I'll show you the words that you need to use, but you have to turn it into a passive voice sentence. So after you have the ball of dough, this is the next step. So using dough and roll, Can you give me a passive voice sentence to tell me the next step in the process? Remember, use the be verb, is or are, and then use the past participle of the verb. That's the yellow one. Say your answer out loud. Okay, I'll show you the real answer and we'll see if you got it right. The dough is rolled into a circle. And maybe if you just say the dough is rolled, that's good enough. That's still a passive voice sentence. So the best answer would be the dough is rolled into a circle. Here's the next step in the process. We have sauce, pepperoni, cheese, and the verb add. Can you tell me a passive voice sentence to describe the next step in the process? Okay, let's take a look at the answer now. Sauce, pepperoni, and cheese are added. And we have to use the be verb are because there are three things being added: sauce, pepperoni, and cheese. So the right answer is sauce, pepperoni, and cheese are added. Here's the next step. More cheese and the verb add. Can you tell me the passive voice sentence for the next step in the process? Very similar to the previous step. Here's the answer. More cheese is added. I hope you like cheese on your pizza. Now, here's the next step. Pizza, bake, and oven. So using these words, can you give me a passive voice sentence to describe this last step in the process? Okay, the answer should be the pizza is baked in an oven. Good job. And if you want to add one more step, the pizza is eaten, that is a passive voice sentence as well. So good job. Now let's play What's the question? You have to tell me the question word to fit the answer. Can you tell me how to finish this question using what or where? The answer is rice is grown in Taiwan. So what would the question be? What is grown in Taiwan or where is grown in Taiwan? The question word we need to use is what. What is grown in Taiwan? And the answer is rice is grown in Taiwan. How about this next question? Blank is rice harvested. Are we going to use what or how to finish this question? The answer is rice is harvested by tractors. So which question word do we need to use? The right question word is how. How is rice harvested? Rice is harvested by tractors. If rice was harvested by hand or by people using their hands, it would take a very long time. How about this next question? Blank is rice eaten. Now you can use where or how. Now look at the answer to give you a clue. Rice is eaten all over the world. Can you tell me the right question word? The right question word is where. Where is rice eaten? Rice is eaten all over the world. Mostly in Asia, but all over the world is good enough. How about this next question? Blank is rice eaten. Using where or how, which question word should we use to finish the question if the answer is rice is eaten with chopsticks? The correct question word is how. How is rice eaten? Rice is eaten with chopsticks. And if you're lazy, maybe you'll use a spoon. But most of the time, rice is eaten with chopsticks. But I think if you go to India, I think they use a fork. And some countries, you just use your hand. But I think overall, we'll just stick with chopsticks. Okay, here's another question. Using where or when, which one of these will finish the question, blank is rice eaten? Look at the answer first. Rice is eaten at lunch and dinner. So if that's the answer, what's the question? Where is rice eaten or when is rice eaten? And the correct question word is when. When is rice eaten? Rice is eaten at lunch and dinner. And I know some people might have a rice porridge in the morning, but most of the time rice is eaten at lunch and dinner. Okay, this is the last question. Using why or how, which question word would you use to finish this question? Blank is rice eaten. And the answer is because it is nutritious. It's good for us. And when you see because in the answer, you should know which question word to use. The right question word is why. Why is rice eaten? Because it is nutritious. And there are many other reasons, like it's pretty cheap and it's easy to grow, so that's why it's eaten. Good job. And that's all the time we have for this grammar review lesson. I'll see you next time. Bye bye.